Hi everyone, I'm Giovanni Russo with Petersburg Solution, and I am here with Miss Misty Blanco. Oh, here.
Okay.
So
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
ready for the big night?
Yes, yes. It's been a long time coming. We worked hard on my artists. They're going to do a phenomenal job tonight. We have some people from out of town. We have people from Jersey here. We have people from Wisconsin.
Oh my.
They came all the way out here for the greatest show on earth. So, this is the Rock the Vote. It's never been done this way before. And again, Virginia birthed the world. So I feel I feel like we're going to birth something tonight.
Yes, we appreciate you being here to help with the effort.
Yes, and I would love for you to stay out and interview some of the acts that's coming up, so we can see how they feeling and everything.
Sure thing.
Yes.
We can get that done.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Misty Blanco. And for those who don't know, she was mysterious on on okay, they're on their way inside. Sorry, from MTV's Making the Band, which was just a couple years ago. It wasn't quite too long ago. And this is the theme for the night is a masquerade ball, and as you can see, these people are really dressing for the part tonight. Very good. All right. Hi.
Tycoon the Misfit.
Okay, you're performing tonight, right?
That I am.
Oh, sorry about that. Come over here. This way. Oh, this way? Yeah. Also, but she didn't have to be in the camera. You dressed for it.
Thank you.
All right, so you wanted the act for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that, so you went through the whole process of auditioning with Misty, right?
I did.
So how did that go?
It was actually a new experience. It wasn't something I actually expected, but I embraced it and took it as what it is. And I've become a better artist because of it.
Okay, very good.
Sure.
Well, we have to look forward to you.
Yes, for sure. I got 5 songs for you. I promise you we're going to go from acting a fool to getting real serious, but we're going to have a ball through the whole thing.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, I appreciate it.
For sure. Appreciate you.
No best friend. No best friend.
Hey. All right. Sure.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Goose Kennard. I'm an R&B artist. I do spoken word as well. And I'm here to have a real good time tonight.
Are you performing tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will. Oh, y'all got energy, lots of energy from me. So it's no shyness in me. You know what I'm saying? We had to have a good time. It's supposed to be the greatest show on earth. Shout out to Misty Blanco for everything, you know what I'm saying, and putting us on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. We here.
Very good. Yes, thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
And who do you have dressed behind you? Okay. Absolutely. Who wants to go first? All right, come on. What's your name, sir?
I'm Brother Kerry Lindale. Okay. I'm a Moorish American here to observe fine hip-hop artists and R&B artists in TC. Here to support my sister, Misty.
Yes. You from DC?
Right. No, I'm not from here, Newport News. Newport News, Virginia.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. I'm Brother Corey Lindale. I'm here with this fine young sister here. Yes, indeed, I'm a Moorish American as well. Yes, sir. And here also to support what she's doing here. Thank you. Yeah.
Very good.
I appreciate you. So,
absolutely. Well, the outfits are definitely absolutely standing out tonight. Come over. Hi, sir.
I'm good. How about yourself?
Can I have your name?
Take this off a little bit. I'm Breon Darrell, R&B singer, writer, composer, producer.
What else you got tonight? You're not performing, are you?
I am performing tonight. I'm performing a very powerful song to start off with from the late great Donny Hathaway. This song is for you, and I'm performing two of my personal cuts. One is called Overload, and the other one's called The Bigger Picture.
Okay, very good. Can we come?
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you a lot.
Absolutely, break a leg. Hi, how are you? Okay. Well, we're definitely representing Richmond well today.
Yeah, we're here at the Robinson Theater Community and Arts Center.
Hi, do you want to come over? We're not used to seeing this in Richmond. And for those who don't know, this is the Churchill neighborhood, with Richmond's first neighborhood in the city. Hi, you want to come over? All right.
Mary.
Okay, Mary.
Hi.
Tell me about school. So, what brings you all here?
Well, I'm here to perform with her.
Yes.
She is the artist of this whole thing. I'm so proud of her. That's my sis, you know.
What's your name?
My name is Keziah Johnson. My stage name is just my regular name, Keziah. And yeah, tonight I'm going to be rapping, and me and my sister's going to be dancing, and we're going to turn it up. We're excited.
All right, very good. What do I have to look forward to you performing?
Just prepare to keep your mouth open, because it's going to be like that the whole time. Because
It already happened when you all walking up like this.
oh, thank you. You know, and our performance outfits are just as better too.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna pop out for y'all.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mhm. I saw his audition.
Yeah, and then everybody else has to wait.
Okay.
The interview.
Okay.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, this is different. This is great. I mean, having black artists,
And the black tie event.
yeah, it's amazing. To be here at the
Robinson Theater.
historical Robinson Theater is amazing.
How are you?
How you doing? I got artists. Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, Richmond has been recognized by Forbes as having the country's #1 underground music scene. We just happened to recently interview the city council candidate in Petersburg, who happened to originally bring Misty down here, Sam John. And his goal was to try and make that for Petersburg. Richmond has #1. We're hoping to try to come back behind close to. We might compete for #1, but it gives us a little something to look forward to. But Richmond's the home of Shirley MacLaine. D'Angelo was born here. There's a big music scene. When we spoke to Misty Blanco the other day in Pocahontas Island, she said that this area had been overlooked, and she's trying to do her best to. She said that she could have gone to LA, could have gone to Atlanta, could have gone to New York, but she said that she decided to settle in the middle and try to help and revive the music scene out here. So as you can see from those who've come in the door, this is already a good start to talent being recognized in this area. We're going to try to keep that relationship open, and maybe we'll have some more of her here in Virginia. Hi, how are you? Doing good. No, inside.
And also, this is a Rock the Vote event. So pretty much everybody's coming out here to get everybody to get out and vote on November 3rd. It's very important.
Yes, and the guest speaker for this evening is Leon Benjamin. He's running for the 4th Congressional District seat, running against Don McEachin. I've already done a number of events in support of him, so we're keeping our fingers crossed and hoping that he gets elected. So. And another Virginia artist playing, Chris Brown, staying right in tune with the evening's theme.
Yes, this November 3rd, we're all about change, new, change completely. Just change. That's all I can say. Hopefully, everybody get out to vote and make a change for the community.
Yes, and we just did a Get Out the Vote video of city council candidates, community advocates, elected officials. You were in charge of that.
Yeah.
So who are some of the people that we had in the video?
We had the state senator, Joe Morrissey. We had
Richmond favorite.
Yeah. I think we also had Howard Myers. He's the Ward 5 council member. We had Triska Smith. She's the Ward 1 council member. We also had yoga instructor Hope Lynch. She's a yoga teacher in Petersburg. I forgot people. I didn't forget you. I can't think about it on top of my head. We have Marlo Jones. Marlo Jones is the Ward 2 city council candidate.
There was Miss Brandy Bosch Jarman.
Yeah. Can't forget Brandy, the community activist in Petersburg.
We did a Petersburg solution was represented by myself in a community discussion with the Ward 6 challenger, Patrick Ingram, where I had my chance to finally meet Miss Jarman. She did a great job as well.
She's a very, very nice lady.
In tune with the community.
Who else did we have in the video? I gotta wait watch the video.
It's okay. And so this theater, it's only been real. It's been in existence for almost 100 years. I think it opened in the 30s. It's only been reopened for about 12 years now. The former Virginia governor Doug Wilder, when he's described in the past his growing up in this neighborhood, he described the theater as being as though people were getting dressed for Broadway openings. And so again, this was however many years ago. You know, what is he, in his 80s or something? And here we are in 2020, and it appears to be the exact same thing. Okay. Yes. Can I get your name?
YNG Juvie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I know that you went through the whole process, the audition process.
Yeah.
With, Misty Blanco. I watched some of that. Very fun. I think that you were, in fact, the part of, you all were doing circles around Misty.
Yeah, and I had to beat on my chest and make the little ABC beat.
Yes, they were doing the alphabet in unison.
Yeah.
To your lead.
I think I recently watched it.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But how was the process of meeting her and just going through all that?
It was, I want to say it was a dope experience overall. You feel me? But it was just a lot of, and when it comes to the industry or the hip hop game in general, when you try to set up things, it could be a lot of complications. And with those complications, other people have their day-to-day things because we're artists, all in all. So it's not like we stop moving or anything like that. So it's just a lot of different complications with certain things and everything. But I felt like it was a good overwhelming experience. Like dealing with Misty was kind of dope. Like she got great energy. You know what I mean? She tries to stay positive all the time. You feel me? And just dealing with this group was just amazing. And I got to meet a couple of dope artists, a couple of dope people, and it was dope. It was dope all together. A month. It was just like a month. Like it was like, hey, yeah, you know, we got this going on. What's up? Got there and it's like, you know what I mean?
Eight sessions.
Yeah.
Both days of the weekend for a month. And I did see where she had said, you know, I'm only down here for a few days, and please, I need you all to get this practice in when I'm not here. And yeah, and in the end, it looks like, you know, you all did turn out well towards all of it. And again, you know, I watched like lots of footage, and you know, everyone seemed to have kept it cool.
Yeah,
you know,
it was a lot of growth. It took for a lot of us to be humble in different aspects because it's a lot of different personalities just coming together. You know what I mean? And it was just like that. So we had to do a whole lot to try to get. Well, actually, we really didn't have to do a lot to get used to each other, but everybody had to step out of that comfort zone, and it was just like family. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, what were you doing before this?
Before I was just, you know what I mean, music. I had just started taking it serious again. You feel me? I went through a little loop where I didn't want to do music anymore. So I started taking it serious again due to my best friend and my fiance or whatever. It's just like, you know what I mean, don't give up. You feel me?
Congrats on the engagement.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. So that's all it's been for real. For like beforehand, I just was doing like my little covers and everything and mixtape. Now, well, not mixtape. I'm working on different projects, but like I said, dealing with these people and meet new people. Now, I mean, I got exposed to a lot of different things that artists need, and like a lot of things that I didn't know about. So now I feel like it's just about to be a whole different everything coming from YNG. Like,
right. Okay. Well, best of luck tonight, and we'll make sure that we'll be watching.
never give up on your dreams.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, you look nice. Doing great. People actually really stuck to the theme of the evening for clothing tonight. Oh, and the sisters are on their way back outside. I think someone else is coming out. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize the artists were okay. The pictures of the artists on the outside. And for those who don't know, so Misty Blanco has her whole media firm. She's been working on 2 films. She's working on a book. She manages artists. I think that I last counted 7 or 8 at last count. And she's worked on all these things in just 4 short years. She had also managed to yeah, she managed to, oh, watch your step. Yeah, she had managed to she was incarcerated for a bit, and to come out and to do all of this in just a couple years is absolutely amazing. And it also proves the point that I tend to tell people that people who've been distracted watching them take a selfie out on the street. People who've actually been behind bars are the most enterprising people in the planet. Like during the recession, the people who were doing the complaining were generally the degreed folks, while the ones who were making it happen were probably the ones that you would least expect. So she definitely earns a lot of my respect. Ah. Hey, Farah. And this is Miss Farah, who, yes. Do you want to come over? Sure. Well, you just interviewed Misty on camera, so if anyone's not camera shy, it shouldn't be you. You told me that, yeah, she told me that she was coming, and I stood right here specifically waiting for you. Good to see you.
Is the point this way? Hi, are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh my goodness, and I'm not following you?
It's okay.
Live? Oh, I'm so mad.
That's okay.
All right, I'm ready for this event. I'm ready to have some fun and see all these gorgeous people out here. I brought my fire sister, Caitlin. Hello. We're going to have a good time. Absolutely. I'm going to see you inside.
Yes, I'll see you in a minute. I can't seem to go to any political events, and specifically around Leon Benjamin, without seeing Miss Farah. So she happens to be one of my favorite people. I'm a campaign manager for a city council race in Hopewell, Virginia. Just doing a little selfish plug. Brandon Howard for city council. And she happened to come out to my community cookout that I just had a couple weeks ago. She was in there being a little kid, jumping around the bouncy house.
I'm going to give our platform a plug too. We are a Petersburg solution. We're here to show more positivity in the area. cover events like this. Like pretty much this is positive, and it's so much things that's going on in the world. Instead of covering negative things, and instead of covering negative things, you could cover the positive things like this. And Black music, and actually being here to celebrate Black music is positive. So.
Yes, and of course the whole solution part. So, of course we're in Petersburg, which has its number of issues. Well, so does Richmond. What place doesn't? But at the same time, we're trying to make sure that we actually mention not just the problem, but how to fix it. So whether or not it's through marketing, whether it's through actually physically going out in the community and finding some more positive events like this as an example of how to change things, or policy solutions. So, and I also happen to be a political and policy junkie as well.
Oh, let's back up right
Dude,
there.
we need to have a video of her walking. Yes. You're welcome. Working in a ball gown. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. I'm just admiring the work ethic. Hey, sorry, I didn't realize we missed you. Yeah, so you're performing tonight. Yeah. And what is your name?
My name YAK.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so what do we have to look forward from you tonight?
Originality. That's the best thing I can say. Originality, straightforward, to the point. This is me. No regards.
I know you went through the process of the audition process with Misty. How did that go?
It was real genuine with her with dealing with Misty. You know what I'm saying? She a person of caliber that want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? She's starting from the bottom. So if you understand struggle, then you can understand her. That's the best thing I can say. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And I don't do too much interviewing either. Like I don't be doing none
I
of
understand.
that. Ask them about their watch. Y'all know the game. Folk shit, no old shit. No.
All right, sir. Appreciate it. I'll see you. Now this is a man. Now I need one of those. I think you win for best mask. So far. Yeah, it kind of stopped me in my tracks. I said, who's coming with that on? No. Yes. She's actually really working in a ball gown. Is that a scepter? Oh, it's a guitar. I'm sorry. See, that goes to show I need to wear glasses. I mistook a guitar for a scepter. That would have been a nice outfit addition, wouldn't it? You watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you remember Kenya Moore? Yes, the stick. Yes. Except they're usually not used to, hit people with. That's So before this, first, you were the one who got us out here. So how did this happen that you came across Misty Blanco?
Well,
a woman, an artist in Jersey that connected with Petersburg, Virginia. What's the story behind that?
Well, I reached out to Christina Jones. I think she's Misty's executive assistant.
Yes.
Yeah, I reached out to her to do promotion for try to promote this event, and also
how did you come across Christina Jones?
I came in contact with Christina from Sam Jean. Yeah, Sam John. I met up with her from Sam John. I think she was his campaign manager at one point. So when I was trying to reach out to Sam Jean to book an interview with him, I was reaching out to Christina, but it was I reached out and we're here tonight covering the event on the pretty much the what we call it, the red carpet. Pretty much people coming in. We interviewing
Minus the red carpet.
Yeah, minus. I think the red carpet.
And yes, just being funny, there's one inside. It's just not out here. And it's also being billed as the greatest show on earth. So, I mean, by judging from the outfits that people are having and coming in the door, you can. It can be safe to say that I think that they might be living up to that title.
And I'm a little cold, but you know, the weather has definitely dropped from a few weeks ago. It was hot.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Leon Benjamin, he's a Republican running for the 4th district.
Yeah,
the
4th congressional district, congressional seat, which is also very interesting. I mean, for one, I first saw Misty Blanco. Look, there's like a chapstick deficiency. I couldn't find one coming out here. We both can't be licking our lips now. Okay, just had to address that for those who are out there.
Lord have mercy.
But I was wondering the same thing. I said, okay, I literally spent a whole bunch of time. I said, okay, how did this connection happen? How did a rapper get in connection with this Republican candidate, which is why I was having him tell the story just now. And then I also asked, you know, again, Misty Blanco was from Making the Band. I watched Making the Band. And that show was, yeah, that was like 2001 or 2 or 3 or something when she was in it. You know, I was like in diapers at the time. So I could, you know, barely remember any of this. But the event that I happened to first see her at, it was in Old Town Petersburg. They have this seating area outside. God knows I don't know what it's called.
Oh, Old Town Square.
Yes,
Old Town Square.
Old Town Square. I wasn't expecting, shouldn't say I wasn't expecting much, but it was a political event with the candidate speaking. And I literally walked around the corner because I was just doing campaign work that morning to sit and listen to him talk. And lo and behold, I had no idea that a reality star would be outside. And not just a reality star, but someone from Making the Band, a show that, so help me God, I actually literally do random Google searches of the members. And I've done this in as recently as recent months, just to try and see if anyone's doing anything new. So I can, you know, possibly write about it, because I also do celebrity news outside of this as well. Second selfish plug, poplitz.com. When you have a chance, take a look. And as I said, it was amazing that I just so happened to look up, and boom, one of the people I've been Googling appeared in front of me in, of all places, Petersburg, Virginia. But, you know, that's what happens when you're outside and doing your job. Fuck her up. That's Christina now, right?
Yeah. We gotta get an interview with her.
Yeah, you know, the beginning of an event is the fun part of people running around like chicken with their head cut off. Yeah, she definitely looked like she was busy. I'm going to... Oh, they started? Yeah, I'm going to try and catch them...
when they come out.
Yes. So other artists that are performing, YA King, YNG Juvie, Tycoon the Misfit. As I said, the audition process for them was definitely interesting. I mean, she was down here from Jersey every weekend for a month. They had a full 8 days to pull all of this together. And again,
can we show the?
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Guys,
So
I'm going to show you the billboards of them.
Yeah, the posters of the artists that are performing tonight. I'm out of the camera.
I think.
Yep, so you all just saw them a couple minutes ago. Misty had them outside running around doing breathing exercises, working out, making sure they had stamina, that they could perform in unison. The rappers, all of that. Oh, there's more. And Miss Blanco herself. Yep, we just spoke to them as well. And as I had said, this woman's entire business was both created and she's gotten into artist management, sorry, television production. She has her show that's already started in New York. She has 4 offices, 2 in New York, 1 in Australia. Did you know that? Yes, you moving me. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, 2 in New York, 1 in LA, 1 in Australia. And again, all of this is in 4 years. I should probably, yeah. I don't know who's coming in. Yeah. And all of that stuff in 4 years. I mean, you know, I have a I have a media company as well, but you know, not quite as as many locations as her. That's okay, Miss Blanco. I'll catch up with you soon. Can you get that? Or try to turn. Hold this. Tweaking. Okay.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact? That Virginia has the highest eviction rate in the country. Richmond is the highest in the state out of about 8,000 drug arrests in 2018, about 470K.
There's, I think in 2018, I think out of 80,000 drug arrests, 47,000, I believe, were of marijuana. And part of the reason why we're bringing that up is because in the list of things to vote for, or issues to address, that would be one of them. And I have people who are around me who don't necessarily agree with my stance on legalizing marijuana. The only reason why I bring it up is I've studied the eviction rate around here. Again, Virginia, I think, ranks #1 in the country. And Richmond, I think, is #1 in the state. And in trying to understand what the hell is going on, with these evictions, that's kind of serious, I definitely, it's not something I'm used to hearing about. But I think that if people weren't being arrested for marijuana, they probably wouldn't be, getting put out. Because I think the maximum or the average, fact check me if you want, guys out there. This isn't the night for that. I think that the average for marijuana arrests were something like 30 days. If 75% of the country is working paycheck to paycheck or living paycheck to paycheck, I don't think very many people could stand to go 30 days without working. I mean, this pandemic kind of put a test to that. I used to say that line. I mean, these days, I don't know. That's probably why the city was on fire. That's another story.
They did have a bill recently decriminalizing marijuana. So right now, marijuana is a civil offense instead of jail time. We want that to be a little bit more push upper. We want marijuana legalized in Virginia. I think the governor said that he was going to look more into it. They was going to do some type of commission or something like that to see how can the state benefit from legalizing marijuana. So,
and I forgot, but I mean, at least write that down and have that on the list of things to monitor. And for those who are not, who possibly didn't think about voting, I mean, take a look at that as an issue and possibly consider that in November. Because again, I do think that that's an issue that we can manage to tackle. Excuse me.
Okay. Also, one of I think Richmond is also the I don't know if that's the number one underground music city in the country, but I think they are one of the underground music cities in the country. So
Recognized by Forbes,
yeah, Forbes is a good source.
which means that I mean, Misty's done a pretty good job, or a really good job rather, of representing the music scene. I mean, she's has this very star-studded event. It's not every day that we're used to seeing people walking up dressed like this. I mean, a few times we were, standing out here rather starstruck with our eyes open or our mouths open, just watching the outfits that are coming in. Again, as someone who's been working hard in trying to improve the stature of the region, both myself, Montre, others that we work with, um, you know, this is just this is an amazing thing to see. Just to be able to raise the stature of the area. It looks like looks like they're playing a video of Misty acting. So we've got a preview of her acting skills. I did say that she was working on 2 movies, so there's the proof of that.
She has she works for postpartum depression organization.
Yes, she was a what is it called? She was a brand ambassador for a postpartum depression organization. When I first saw that, I know that she has a baby that is just 18 months, and so something like that. And usually you see people who are brand ambassadors. Sometimes we think of like the tummy tees and the waist belts, whatever they're called. Waist trainers. And the first thing that comes to mind, I mean, both of those things, I know of people who are ambassadors for those. They've done them for years. It doesn't look like they're using them. And so I said, oh, this was something to do. I didn't really think very much of it. But
A lot of black women suffer from and not even black women, but I'm specifically talking about black women. A lot of black women suffer from postpartum after they have babies. They fall into depression, and that's a very, very serious. This is very serious. I honor her from actually becoming an ambassador for the postpartum depression.
The reason why it's important is that, as I was saying, that there are people who are ambassadors for things that they genuinely don't really have anything to do with. But in her case, she actually did have this story. So I was just looking. She did have a personal experience of her own that I would let her talk about. It was, it was pretty serious, and it's something that she's passionate about. She said that she wants to work on mental health legislation. She had spoken about the number of women I think that were in prison. In her area from that, and I think it was one prison alone had something like 60% of the population were people who were there from postpartum depression. I mean, and we're talking about they were in prison, which means that it led to a criminal offense. So
mental illness is a real issue in Petersburg also.
if we're looking to address criminal justice reform, and I've studied this for years, and I've worked in this. I worked in a think tank back in 2015, back when we were just thinking about body cameras. But out of all of the issues that I listen to people talk about, I've never heard anyone mention something to protect women in regarding postpartum depression. I understand that we have a shortage of crisis beds in mental health, whereby if something happens, a person's in an episode, they should be able to go somewhere and be treated, but there's generally nowhere for them to go, and that's a national thing. And that I've heard of, but again, regarding postpartum depression, and to say that you can have over half of people inside of a jail or inside of a prison there because of that, I think that that's a subject that's worth looking into. And I just learned that today from an interview that she did with the woman who came up, Farah, that I was talking about. They did an interview. I believe Farah works for a local Fox affiliate, and She did that interview literally later in the day after she met with us on Pocahontas Island. So, and she was actually doing a number of interviews that day. She also met with the 2016 RNC delegate, John Fredericks.
Yeah.
I believe I got his name right. Who's also a White House correspondent. She and prior to that, just while she's been in this area, she's met with the Delegate Kerry Corner. They met at the Boathouse restaurant in Hopewell, again, the city that I'm running a campaign on. Go Brandon Howard, November 3rd. But she's been down here. She has made the rounds with candidates for office and elected officials, trying to do what she feels can help to get people out and voting.
Yes,
and these are the people who should be supported.
Yes,
You know, the voter turnout can, I mean, you know how this is.
Yeah.
In trying to get people to be motivated to vote in Petersburg and in cities like this.
Definitely
and
local
just
races.
seeing her to come from another state to do this. I mean, I sometimes complain about, getting up and going 10 miles across town to do my work. But as I said, she earns my respect.
She was specifically talking about, go check out our interview with her. It's on Instagram, Petersburg Solution. It's also on Facebook. She also said that it's important for people to
Twitter and YouTube.
Yes, Twitter and YouTube. Don't forget Twitter and YouTube. Petersburg.
Find it.
Yeah.
If you type it in, you'll find it.
So she was talking about how local races affect us more than the national races. Yes, voting for Biden or Trump is important, but also we have to, be more concerned about the local areas. We need to be concerned about our city council races. We need to be concerned about the race between Don McKeechin and Leon Benjamin. And is any other races that's going on? Oh, the amendment race. I'm not going to give anybody
Amendment 1.
Amendment 1. I'm not going to say yes or no. That's another important situation.
That is to remove partisan gerrymandering. The fix for that, instead of having the party in power to be able to draw the lines, it would be an appointed commission of elected. I believe there are elected officials in there. I do know that residents are also appointed. I think they're appointed by retired judges. But again, that removes the partisanship in that. And I'll just add that I know my entire adult life and some of high school, there's been complaints about, one side drawing lines to their favor and the other side turns around and does the exact same thing. So that should be fixing that, but we're going to leave that up to you to decide on how you'll vote for Amendment 1.
Some lady was on one of the groups. She was saying that some states choose their judges. How did that work? Do they have to be?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that one.
That's a good. I mean, we can actually choose our judges. That would be great.
Well, now, as far as electing judges,
yeah.
I believe that we do. Although I don't recall seeing one on a ballot. Don't hold me to that. I promise I'll be doing my homework on that later.
But I know we don't do it in Petersburg specifically. They don't vote for judges in Petersburg specifically.
I'm from Maryland, so that is something that we did that in Maryland. It didn't occur to me until you asked just now. I've got it. Hold it. It didn't occur to me until just now that I don't recall a race for a judge at all. One of my friends was just running a campaign for, literally running a judge's campaign. So as far as it being done, I know it's done.
I know it's circuit court pick the judges. I don't know specifically, but I know that I read in the article that they was picked by another circuit court. I have to do my research, guys. Don't like what Javon said. Don't quote me on that.
That's all right. Usually when people see us on camera, we've just finished, running around with equipment and, a day of I don't know, 3 and 4 events, etc. Just taking a look at what's being played. Is that, hey,
That's
that is,
Richard Stewart.
yeah. So interesting. Again, we met Misty Blanco, or we interviewed her on Pocahontas Island in Petersburg, which happens to be the home to the oldest
Black community.
I'm getting waved. Why am I getting waved? I can't read lips. Production is waving lips to me. What? Okay. Okay, yeah, we need a better way of communicating because I can't read lips.
Yeah, he was asking me about.
Okay. But yeah, so Pocahontas Island is the home to the I believe it's the oldest Black community,
Yes.
and I think it was the largest place for freed slaves,
Yes.
as well. And so Richard Stewart his title is the unofficial mayor, I
Yes.
believe, of Pocahontas Island. He has a Pocahontas Black History Museum that's there, and we happened to miss him when we met Misty Blanco outside of his museum, and lo and behold, I happened to look up, and he's speaking on camera. Well, he's playing a video of him talking now. Sure, it's a different day.
Yeah, it has to be different. This event is very nice. She's showing footage of her interview with Richard Stewart.
Who's on my to-do list to speak to?
I really want to know the history, in more
Pocahontas Island,
in more in-depth history.
And I've mentioned that I'm new to the area. I have been very politically active over the last couple years, but it didn't occur to me until we were going to meet Miss Blanco that I had never been to Pocahontas Island before. That was my actual first time. So hopefully I can be back out there again soon, and this time hopefully it'll be to speak with Mr. Stewart. I know that we've had a lot of interest in Pocahontas Island on Petersburg Solution within our group. People have been constantly contacting us about getting something done over there. Didn't was it Mr. John? Did he have a cleanup? Was it on Pocahontas Island?
Oh, Sam John, he had a community cleanup on Pocahontas Island. Did Patrick Ingram? I think Patrick Ingram had a cleanup.
I believe so.
Pocahontas Island. I'm trying to see DeMarcus. I'm trying to figure out DeMarcus.
It's
Marcus,
okay. I was just thinking. I think I remember that happening.
Marcus had a type of town hall meeting at the church, the Pocahontas Chapel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a Ward 4 meeting there. I don't know about the cleanup, but I did specifically know that he did do a Ward 4 town hall type of community meeting.
Absolutely. Let me see that.
Oh, so
and so
I'm kind of nervous for November 3rd. I'm kind of like, it's just gonna be another one of those Tuesdays or Tuesday morning. Wednesday. Is it Wednesday morning?
No, it's the results will be you'll know by. You should know.
I go to sleep. When they go over 12 o'clock, when they don't have the results in, I go to sleep. Wake up the next morning. Then I wake up and hear who won, and then whoever won, I'm like, damn it! I should have just stayed up till like 1 o'clock to hear the results. This year, I'm gonna stay up till 1 o'clock to hear the results because I really want to.
Oh my God, you sound like an old person. Like 1 o'clock is such a hard thing to stay up until.
No,
I drink coffee through 1 a.m. and later.
I fall asleep.
Please.
I fall asleep around like 12. Company when I'm actually waiting for something, I actually fall asleep. When I'm bored, I don't fall asleep or nothing like that. When I actually have something to look forward to, like resorts being read out, I actually fall asleep. When Trump won, I woke up to understanding that Trump won the election. So I need to be there when the results come in live.
I just watched a music video from Misty Blanco that she did about a month ago of her playing Lady Jesus. And so I think that on election night, I'll probably play that video and pray to Lady Jesus that the results go the way that we want them to. I'm actually excited about election day because, you know, I manage a campaign, and my favorite part of being in a campaign is election day, when you're electioneering, and particularly if it's a small race. You know, you're all at the same precinct. All the culprits are there: the incumbent, the candidates, you know, the challengers, all of the big mouths, the ones who've been calling people liars and things like that. You all get to confront each other all day long. So that's what
you have a different outlook on it. You actually the campaign manager. So I never understood how the campaign manager felt when during the election or after the election. I never spoke with a campaign manager. Like, how did they feel when the person lose or win? I mean, hopefully I can get that outlook on with you once
my candidate wins.
Giovanni, early Wednesday morning, like, how does it feel?
and
hopefully he will. I mean, I'm not endorsing anybody, but hopefully, I'm just endorsing him because he's Giovanni candidate. But hopefully things go in the right direction for Brandon, because he is a nice dude.
And as I said, I'm claiming that he's winning. And notice that when we spoke to Mr. John, first when there was the candidate forum in Petersburg, I asked the question, what would you do if you didn't win? Which is a shame. The guy's been asked this question like 3 different times from us. One, me at the candidate forum, and a second time, a question you asked him that I wrote, that I happened to throw in there, that you asked twice. First, he said he wasn't answering it, and then you decided to throw it in there.
Yeah, I had to. He said that he didn't want to pretty much jinx himself by answering that question. I think it's a reasonable question because
I only brought it up just because I thought that it was, you know, I thought that it was funny. Like, this would be the time that you could have thrown that in there, but thank you for not doing it.
Right, but it's so many other things you could do in the city other than being the city council. You could join the planning commission, join these other commissions.
I like that.
You too. Yeah. It's so many other things to do in the city other than city council. You could, like I said, is the property commission still up and running?
Oh, someone called me. So again, number of things to do. Boards and commissions happen to be one, and I say this because people complain about what's happening in their city and how there's no chance of getting elected or no chance of, say, you know, a minority party getting elected. But we have boards and commissions that are open, that people could join. Some in Petersburg that are closing because they either have inactive members or no one wants to join in the first place. And someone called me to say that the Poverty Commission was closing. And I was asked if I wanted to join it. You know, not that I don't have anything else to do, you know, like 4 other hats. I guess maybe when this campaign is over and one is gone on Tuesday, maybe I'll have time to do it then. But yes,
that poverty commission is very important. If it has been closed down or
close to, supposedly,
if that is the case, that should be changed, because that's the most prominent issue in Petersburg is property. So
right, and
get rid of all the other commissions. You can't, you know, we'll just stay with the poverty commission because we really need that.
You know, a city that's known for poverty, and yet the Poverty Commission is on the brink of closing. I mean, and when I was called about this, saying that, you know, did I want to join it, and you know, this was someone with you know, with children, and I said, well, I mean, geez, I guess if they're able to do it, then I have, or 5 rather. So if they're able to do it, well, then shoot, what excuse do I have? And I said that, well, you know, to the defense, that commissions only existed for 3 years. And they said, that's even worse. That it's only been 3 years.
That commission should have been there for like 10 years. Right, all of a sudden 3 years ago. As you can see, Giovanni is hogging the mic. Well, he can keep it. I rather not hold the mic. But this is great. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. We had police sitting at the corner. I guess that was the protection. So, yay! Now we're outside without the police. Okay. All right, sir.
What did do you want to talk about the interesting thing about Churchill?
About the I don't want to use that word.
What?
the scary word, the gentrification word. Do you think that it's possible? Possible.
What?
Churchill.
I don't know.
I do see condo apartments on the street.
I mean, so
you don't want to like using that word. It's like it's the boogeyman.
All right. So first, I will mention, and again, you've been here longer than me, so you probably know the area better than I do. Just as I described Petersburg, and I said that a city known for poverty. It's a beautiful city if you actually come to visit. Prior to me coming here, the only thing that I knew was that this was Trey Songz' hometown. I knew absolutely nothing about the city. So with that being said, I took a couple of trips around. I decided to, move here after, literally my second circle around downtown. Beautiful area. Richmond, also, I've known nothing. I've heard nothing nice about the place before. I think I visited as a kid a couple times. I've passed it on 95, but so I'm just peeking inside. But that was it. Production's harassing us. We have production who thinks that we can read lips. That doesn't work. But yes, and one of the last things. Hey, so look, one of the last things I even recall hearing about Richmond was what's it called? Stormy Daniels. Tucker Carlson talked about Stormy Daniels, and I think that he was teasing her for stripping in Richmond, and then he spoke condescendingly about Richmond, but and just saying about what type of negative reputation that it has. But if you come into a beautiful place, and in this neighborhood, he mentioned gentrification. This theater opened almost 100 years ago. It closed, I think, around the time that I was born. Oh, which wasn't too long ago. But it's been open for 12 years now. And similar to Petersburg, a lot of our restaurants and whatnot have come up at about that same time period. From what I've read, Churchill, this neighborhood as well, has had a resurgence in the same time period that this has been open. So, gentrification, I prefer to say that I see the potential, and I definitely see the area being revitalized. I see plenty of that in this area. Gentrification, I tend to say as a pejorative, that it's negative, and that usually involves city government doing things to actually get rid of people, which I'm hoping is not happening. People, and I think sometimes Montre eye rolls at me when I talk about measures that I think that's going to be harming people. I'm just saying I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's going to be the best. That it will improve and actually include the people who live in the neighborhood. But whatever that is across the street, I didn't get a chance to look over there or to look it up because that's nice. It is. Hi, how are you?
Guys, we're gonna wrap up our outside coverage of this event, and also please follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, YouTube. Also you also what is it? You could join our Facebook group, advocacy group. You have anything to say on the group? Anything that you feel like there's a solution that need to be done in Petersburg? You have an idea? You have anything that you need to promote, advertisement? You are welcome on Petersburg Solution. So, we want to tell y'all good night, and
we'll be back on, possibly back on live a little bit later. All right.
All right. Thank you guys. Good night.